On the record, Melissa Massey is here with us to talk about taxes, end of year finances. And Melissa is with the Bird and Massey CPA Incorporated in Bella Vista. If you have any questions, Melissa, thanks again so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
What are some of the main things that we should all be thinking about as we approach 2024 and 2023's tax season?
Well, now is the time to start getting organized for the 2024 tax filing season. This includes kind of taking a review of life events that occurred in 2023. So these life events could include births, deaths, marriage, divorce, moving, changing jobs, starting a new business, buying or selling real estate, even graduating high school. So a lot of times life events can cause taxable events. So for example, if you moved, make sure your employers and all financial institutions have your current address. You definitely want to make sure that tax documents get mailed out to the correct location. For small business owners, now is the time to start organizing your income and receipts, reconciling bank statements, updating spreadsheets if that's how you keep track. The more you get done now, the more you'll be ready around by April 15th. Also, the fourth quarter estimated tax payment is due January 16th. So review what estimates have been made and be ready to make that final one by April 16th or by January 16th.
And there are a lot of things that come with having children and divorces and those significant family changes. Can you talk a little bit about those?
Well, filing status for one, if you married filing joint, married filing separate if you're separated, or even head of household if changes in dependents occur.
And what are some of your some tax changes that we could see in the year 2024?
Okay, so in 2024, there'll be the standard slight increases in the standard deduction, the amounts that you can contribute to retirement plans, broadening of tax brackets, an increase in the gift tax exclusion. For Arkansas, the income tax rate is reduced from 4.7% to 4.4%. So those are some normal changes that occur. A big change in 2024 involves the online payment transactions. So for taxpayers who receive payments through PayPal or Venmo or Cash App, transactions totaling $5,000 or more will be issued a 1099-K form. So that can have a new tax document that you might receive. Right now, the limit is about $20,000. You'll receive that 1099-K for, and the IRS is wanting to get that down to about $600. So something to look forward to in the future.
Yeah, that's a big change since a lot of people do use those services to kind of just pay each other back for groceries or dinner or whatnot. Is that something that PayPal or Venmo or Cash App will be sending to you, or do you have to kind of seek it out or fill something out and do something active to get that form?
When you register for PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, they will need information necessary to fill out those forms. So, and it should just be for business use, not for personal transactions.
Okay. Now, Melissa, I know that we have maybe 2 or 3 weeks left in the year, but how can we reduce taxable income at the end of the year?
Okay, before the end of the year, employees should contribute the maximum amount to their employer-sponsored retirement plans. That reduces your taxable wages. For taxpayers that have high deductible health insurance plan, contribute the maximum amount to that health savings account. That also reduces your taxable income. For self-employed taxpayers, there are some retirement plan options as well. For teachers and educators, the deduction for the unreimbursed out-of-pocket classroom expenses is $300. And then for the taxpayers that started repaying their student loans, student loan interest might be deductible. There are some income limits that will determine if that's deductible or not.
Melissa, another question I have for you is, what is your best advice to give to us about making those end of year donations? Because a lot of people are doing charitable giving around Christmas time.
Charitable donations need to be hand delivered or postmarked by December 31st. So charitable donations are part of a taxpayer's itemized deductions. So the federal standard deduction is rather high. The Arkansas standard deduction is not as high. So for Arkansans, a lot of taxpayers will itemize for Arkansas, even if they don't itemize for federal tax purposes. So go ahead and get those charitable donations made, cash donations, other property donations. Just get that done by the end of the year. And that can help lower your taxes when you file for 2023 taxes.
And when we're talking about the charitable donations, we're talking about credible organizations
Yes.
that are, with the government, certified by the government,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, they do have to be donations to a qualified charitable donation. So those organizations have filed for 501c3 status with the government. Churches are a qualified charitable donation organization. Yes.
Okay. And Melissa, is there anything else we should keep in mind this time of year when it comes to taxes and our own finances?
So in 2023, the Inflation Reduction Act updated some of the credits regarding electric vehicles and home energy improvements. So for any taxpayer that might have purchased an electric vehicle in 2023, sort through the paperwork and look for a report by the seller that should have some of that credit information on it. There is a specific list of vehicles that qualify for that credit. So if you're thinking about buying an electric vehicle before the end of the year, make sure the vehicle you're looking at qualifies for the credit and how much credit allowance there is. Also, the home energy improvements. This could include the Energy Star, like heat pumps, certain air conditioner units, hot water heaters, solar panels. That's another great credit for taxpayers who have purchased solar credits. So start pulling out those receipts and making sure that the models and the identification on those things qualifies for those credits. That can save a lot of tax dollars as well.
Absolutely. And when should people start calling you and other tax service companies to get their 2023 filed, or at least get it rolling?
Yes. Most tax documents are supposed to be mailed out by the end of January. So around the first week in February is when we really start meeting with our tax clients to work on getting their taxes prepared. Appointments can be scheduled now on our website and on, I'm sure, a lot of other tax preparers in the area. So get on calendars early, get tax documents turned in early. The tax filing season does seem to go by quickly, and extensions start getting filed near the end of March, the first part of April. So be sure and get on schedules early in order to have your taxes prepared by April 15th.
I know everyone wants his returns fast too. So,
Yes.
All right, Melissa,
Yes.
Massey, thank you so much for joining us today on 29's On the Record, joining us from Bella Vista, Bird and Massey CPA Incorporated. Appreciate you.
Thank you.